Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing well. As you will know, we're moving into the new year for 2024. And as usual, people will try to survive. But what I want you to think about is most importantly, how you're going to thrive next year as well as the years coming after. Now, the reason why I state this is because I do believe sometime in the future, basically when the population starts to reach equilibrium, whether it's like 9 billion or 10 billion people as a population, we're going to reach some rather interesting economic times. But I will say this: thriving is going to be really incumbent upon whether or not you wish to become a professional. And by professional, I mean actually learning how to make a living for yourself without really having a job or having a job given to you. So let me explain. You go to college, you get yourself a double major. You major in computer science, you major in electrical engineering. From that double majoring that you acquired from a reputable polytechnic school, let's say Carnegie Mellon, Georgia Tech, MIT, Stanford, what have you, you get a job. You make about 200K straight out the woodwork and you become successful. Now, here's the deal. You arrive at this job, everything is going on well, getting paid, you enjoy yourself after your job, look at old material for about 2 hours, and you go on with your life. Then let's say 3 years later, you get fired. Now, you don't get fired because you did bad at your job. In fact, you get fired because of some bad decisions on your employer's part. So you go into the marketplace, you send resume after resume, cover letter after cover letter. You go on LinkedIn, you network with a whole bunch of people, and you're having a tough time. You do this for 1 month, you do this for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a full year, and you don't have a job. And you think to yourself, okay, I was told that I get these 2 degrees, these STEM degrees. Everything is just set for me. That's incorrect. The fact of the matter is that you're just another resource in the marketplace. Your goal is to make sure that whatever you do is that you eventually become a business owner. Now, if you wish to, just have a job for the rest of your life and just get paid merely from said job, then that's all right. You don't have to listen further into this video. But if you're trying to thrive in the long term, then what you need to understand is you need to engage in business. Why? Because whether you're in business, whether you're an employee, whether you're a producer, they say, or you're a consumer, they say, all of this revolves around what? Trade and commerce, because that's what wealth is. It is trade and commerce. Now, people will say wealth is what? Commodities, such as, precious metals, such as bullions, fiat currency, etc. That's part of it. But most importantly is about what? Trade and commerce. To do what? To thrive. Why exactly do you get hired at a job? What is the company's goal in hiring someone? The goal to hire someone is to eventually make money on behalf of the company. Everyone that works under the company, that includes people in the C-suite, is a cost to said company, okay? To make sure that the company is running. For example, let's say I'm a business. Okay, I'm a one-person business. The business makes about $1 million. I decide to pay myself, like, let's say $500K. All right, so that leaves $500K left. You know what? The business probably needs more money. I'm still a cost to the business. Okay. Same thing as a professional. You're still a cost to the business. See, one of the biggest problems we have in today's market era is that most people don't really understand economics. They think they understand economics, but they don't understand why things can be on the downside for them. So let's go back down to the example I was using before, right? So double major, went to college, etc. Okay. They come to find out that they have to work a more, I shouldn't say degraded job, but a job that doesn't really fit what they went to school for, as they will say. I put that in quotation marks. So they work in IT. They get paid less. They're making $160,000 compared to the $200,000 they're making. Now, let me tell you this. It's even worse off if you take into account inflation. So it's not like they're making $140,000. They're probably even making less than $140,000 because of inflation. You see what I'm getting at? When you have the ability to become more economically empowered, you don't play this game where you get paid simply because you work hard. You get paid because of results. Okay? When you show up, so we're going to use a smaller example. Let's say fast food, right? You come in, you work, you make some sandwiches, you go to Jim John's, you make some sandwiches, boom, you get paid a flat rate, etc., etc. Now, you go higher up in the company, let's say you become, in a C-suite, your goal is to constantly figure out how you're going to increase revenue for that company. And if you start to see a trend of constant negative revenues, then that's going to be a problem because you're there representing money to be made for everyone. Most people, they go to the job just to work. Professionalism is not just technical, it's the business side of things. You want to become a quote unquote real professional that people want to say, especially if you're in the private space, you need to have a business. That's just the fact of the matter. The reason why a lot of these kids, like I've heard this and I'm sure you've heard it before, a lot of kids are trying to become YouTubers and the narrative is, oh, these kids think it's just fun. They don't know what it means to work hard, etc., etc. It's like, actually, that's slightly part of it. But the real part is that the income generation is so amazing that it's better off working 60, 80, 100 hours doing that instead of just simply coming in, working 60, 80, 100 hours at a fast food joint, at a quote unquote blue collar business, etc. Now, I know there's probably a lot of, blue collar business people coming in and saying, hey, you know what? I can make millions of dollars too. That's correct. But the fact of the matter is a lot of what I like to call professionals, because tradespeople are professionals, so I'm just going to call them professionals. You need someone to actually teach you, because this isn't just something that you could just read from a book. This is something you need to have hands-on experience. But guess what? Most of these professionals don't wish to invest, which gives them a problem where what? They can't find any workers. Now, those workers who are unemployed, they have to invest in themselves. But if they have to invest in themselves, guess what? Other jobs are useless. Because now the economics have shifted where instead of someone investing in them, they have to invest in themselves. But if they have to invest in themselves, they don't have to do other businesses. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Moving forward, disciplined people that can learn how to actually formulate businesses. And I don't mean business development, because business development can mean that you're a business administrator, but actually create their own business from the ground up and scale it. They're going to be the most dominant people in the future. Back in America and, post World War II, anyone, no matter what, even high school education, with zero high school education, they could come in, have success. That's gone now. Now people say you need to have some sort of tertiary education. That's gone now. Now they're saying you need to do STEM. Most of it is gone now. Why? Science. No one cares about that. Mathematicians, well, they're just doing whatever. Engineers, funny enough, a lot of them are going into technology. And even in technology, most of them are going to software programming. Okay. You know what's the highest level of professionalism? Business. That's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed and hope you have a great New Year's. Bye.